Greater Darwin's lockout has been extended by 24 hours, but Katherine has been given the all-clear to exit restrictions. Health authorities are concerned about a new exposure site attended by patient zero on Melbourne Cup Day.
Racing frogs is a Melbourne Cup tradition at Darwin's Noonamah Tavern.
Cheap frog, first one off the bat.
But one woman's trip to this pub has seen the city's coronavirus lockout extended by at least a day. It's one of two new exposure sites listed by the Northern Territory Government.
The day of concern for this site was November 2, Melbourne Cup Day. It was a busy day at the venue. The source contact spent just over 4 hours at the Noonamah Tavern from 2:12 p.m. to 6:17 p.m. We believe there were about 350 people who frequented the hotel during this period, but we had just 47 check-ins.
Authorities have confirmed the 21-year-old woman brought the virus to the top end. She'd spent 4 days in Melbourne before travelling to Adelaide, then to Cairns and on to Darwin.
We now have genomic testing that confirms that the strain that has entered the territory with these 3 cases is from Victoria.
The woman has been fined more than $5,000 and is in mandatory quarantine at Howard Springs after she made a false declaration on her border entry form. Several exposure sites have also been listed in Cairns and Mission Beach. The NT government has lifted a lockdown in Katherine, but restrictions will remain in Darwin until at least midnight on Tuesday.
I'm not promising we can lift the lockout tomorrow at midnight. We need to do some work.
Police have also been kept busy as they try to enforce border closures.
We've had a runner from the airport today who came in from the Sydney flight. That is a hotspot flight, and they've run past the relevant checkpoints in place. We're currently out and about in the public place looking for that individual.
Meanwhile, the government has flagged new measures to protect people in remote Indigenous communities where vaccination rates are lagging. Anyone in a community with a single vaccination rate of less than 70% will be required to wear a mask, and anyone entering these communities will need to return a negative COVID test in the 72 hours before they arrive.
Our remote communities are more vulnerable than the rest of Australia. They have a higher rate of underlying health factors that place many of our people at greater risk of serious complications or death if they get COVID.
Back in Darwin, the race is on to find more than 350 close contacts before the virus gets away. Matt Cunningham, Sky News, Darwin.